The cryptocurrency world is buzzing with unprecedented excitement as groundbreaking news emerges about XRP and its underlying technology. The XRP ledger, or XRPPL, it appears the Federal Reserve, the heart of the United States monetary system, has quietly tested the XRPL for US dollar settlements, a move that could fundamentally reshape global finance. As we know it, this revelation comes from leaked Freedom of Information Act documents linked to Project Cedar, a Fed initiative aimed at exploring blockchain-based settlement systems. According to these documents, the Fed's Phase 2 testing of Project Cedar utilized the XRPL, demonstrating an impressive speed improvement of approximately 90% over the traditional FedWire system. Music for decades, FedWire has been the backbone of interbank fund transfers in the United States, but its limitations, such as processing delays and high costs, have long been acknowledged. XRPL's integration into the system signals a seismic shift toward faster, more transparent, and more efficient transactions at the institutional level. The implications of the Fed's adoption of XRPL extend far beyond technology behind the scenes. The activity of so-called whales, massive holders, and institutional players reveals a strong vote of confidence in just the second quarter of 2025. Wallets associated with central banks and other significant financial institutions have accumulated over 700 million XRP tokens. Music behind the scenes, the activity of so-called whales, massive holders, and institutional players reveals a strong vote of confidence in just the second quarter of 2025. Wallets associated with central banks and other significant financial institutions have accumulated over 700 million XRP tokens. Music, this accumulation is not a coincidence. It's a clear signal that major players are gearing up for XRP to play an increasingly vital role in cross-border settlements and liquidity management. Unlike retail investors who often jump in based on hype, these whales represent long-term strategic positioning, a tacit acknowledgement that XRP is evolving into a key financial instrument. To fully understand the potential price impact of these developments, it's crucial to consider Ripple's expanding role in central bank digital currency partnerships around the world. Ripple's technology is actively being piloted or adopted in at least 5 countries, including major economies like Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates. These partnerships are designed to leverage XRPL's speed and transparency to facilitate central bank digital currency issuance, cross-border transactions, and real-time settlement. When you consider the size of the global cross-border payments market, estimated at over $300 trillion annually, and Ripple's goal to capture just a fraction of that market, the prospect of XRP reaching $100 or more by 2026 becomes not just plausible but probable. Furthermore, Ripple's built-in token burn mechanism reduces the circulating supply of XRP over time, creating upward price pressure. As demand increases, this key economic design is often overlooked by skeptics, who dismiss such price targets without factoring in fundamental supply-demand dynamic. Furthermore, Ripple's built-in token burn mechanism reduces the circulating supply of XRP over time, creating upward price pressure. As demand increases, this key economic design is often overlooked by skeptics, who dismiss such price targets without factoring in fundamental supply-demand dynamic. Despite the monumental nature of these developments, the mainstream media has curiously remained silent. This relative blackout means that retail investors still have a unique opportunity to accumulate XRP at prices well below what many experts believe is fair value. The limited media coverage has kept general awareness low, preventing a mass influx of new buyers and allowing early adopters and insiders to position themselves quietly. However, as awareness grows and FOMO, the fear of missing out, spreads throughout crypto communities and institutional investors, we can expect XRP prices to experience significant upward momentum. The window to buy XRP under $1 is rapidly closing, and those who understand the gravity of the Federal Reserve's move toward XRPPL are already preparing for what many see as a historic price explosion. So this isn't just a story of price speculation, it's really about the transformation of the global financial system. When an institution as powerful and, risk-averse as the Federal Reserve adopts blockchain technology like XRPPL, it sends a clear message. This is not a passing trend or just a speculative asset, but honestly, the foundation of a new financial infrastructure. This isn't just a story of price speculation, it's about the transformation of the global financial system when an institution as powerful and risk averse as the Federal Reserve adopts blockchain technology like XRPL. It sends a clear message. This is not a passing trend or a speculative asset, but the foundation of a new financial infrastructure. The implications for liquidity transparency and operational efficiency in cross-border payments are well enormous. XRP is positioned to become the plumbing of a faster, cheaper, and more transparent financial system that governments and banks will rely on every single day. So, what does this mean for XRP holders? Well, for those already invested, it's really a sign to hold tight and get ready for some major upside. And for new investors, honestly, this moment represents a pretty rare chance to enter the market before broader institutional adoption drives prices exponentially higher. The strategic accumulation of XRP by institutional wallets, combined with the Fed's direct testing of XRPL, is laying the groundwork for XRP's transition from a niche crypto asset to a central pillar of global finance. The token's utility is just becoming impossible to ignore, and its real-world application in CBDCs and cross-border payments is being proven on honestly an unprecedented scale. Looking ahead, the countdown is on within the next year as CBDC projects mature and the Fed and other central banks finalize their blockchain settlement systems. XRP demand is expected to soar. The combination of reduced circulating supply due to token burns, increased institutional demand, and broader market awareness really sets the stage for a historic price surge. Looking ahead, the countdown is on within the next year as CBDC projects mature and the Fed and other central banks finalize their blockchain settlement systems. XRP demand is expected to soar. The combination of reduced circulating supply due to token burns, increased institutional demand, and broader market awareness sets the stage for a historic price surge. Many analysts who were once skeptical are now revising their price targets upward, with $100 per XRP becoming a common baseline forecast, rather than an optimistic outlier. In closing, the adoption of XRPPL by the Federal Reserve marks a pivotal moment in both cryptocurrency and traditional finance. This integration is not just about technology. It's about trust, scalability, and redefining how money moves across borders for XRP holders and potential investors alike. Understanding this landscape is critical. This isn't just hype or speculation, it's a real, tangible financial revolution unfolding before our eyes. So if you see the vision and believe in XRP's future, now is the time to stand firm, hodl, and prepare for what could be the biggest wealth transfer of the decade. The Fed has blinked, and XRP isn't just going to the moon, it's building the launch pad. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.